here's the Pinecone ornament that we're gonna try to mimic. It's gonna be somewhat similar, but of course different because we didn't create it from scratch. So for that, we need pine cones. So I got these in Michael's. These are actually scented pine cones, and yeah, that'll work because we need the size to be not too large. So this is a good size. Some are small. These sizes work too. It's a little bit smaller, but let's pick out a nice sized pine cone that we like. I kind of like this one, maybe this one or that one. It also came with there were a couple that were golden ones, so I like the golden ones because we can reuse the color of the gold. I don't know if you can tell it's gold, but it's a little small, but it'll be cute too. Let's see. I think I like this one. So we're gonna make a gold one, and then this one. See, there's some nice ones. I also need the head. So these pine cones smells like cinnamon. They came with these balls, which are red balls to make it pretty, proper pretty, I guess. But these work pretty well for the head because we want the head to work pretty well too. The head is a little bit big for the gold one. Actually, I have some other gold ones. So I'm gonna use this one. Yeah. So see, it works pretty well. The only thing, it has a red color, so we'll have to paint them to work as a head, and we're gonna use acrylic paint to paint them. Okay, so I found a different gold one that was a little bit bigger than this. I think that would work better. So we're gonna make two different ones. One will be silver, one will be gold. When we finish, you'll see how it turns out. So for these, for the heads, let's paint them beige color, the skin color. And the way we're gonna make it is we need toothpicks like these. So we're gonna put, so these I think are actually foam balls dipped in some dipped in glitter and plastic, and we can make a little hole. Work, yeah. There we go. So I can put it on a toothpick, so that it'll be easier to paint them that way. There we go. Yeah. So now we're gonna paint them. I'm gonna turn on the light because it looks a little bit dark. Yeah. I don't know if the lights will work. This is actually my first video, so I don't know how the lighting will work, how the video will work, if it actually will look good or not. But anyways, so what we want, we're actually gonna use this to, this is the foam from turkey meat, I think. And I use it to place these. And we're gonna use the plate to mix the paint. So we need white paint. We need yellow paint. We'll need red paint. So actually I made the ornament before And this is the color that I mixed before, but it's all dried out, so we're going to do another one. We're going to put a little bit of white paint, or a decent amount. Actually, you need more white paint than the other colors. And I have these acrylic ones. You can even use gouache, I think, but gouache is usually more matte, and these are more glossy. I could find only these, so I don't know. Acrylic works pretty well, I think. A little bit of yellow. A little bit of red. And we probably would need more white, but we'll see. Okay, so let's mix the colors. So you can see this is too red. I'm going to add more yellow. And I use this little color mixer. I forget what these called. Palette mixer. Oops, touched my camera accidentally. Let's add more yellow. Actually a good color, I think, but it needs more white. There's probably proportion to this, but I would say more yellow than red, and a lot more white than all the other colors. That's my proportions. I'll look it up online. There's probably a formula for skin color that you can use. But I do it by eye because it's easier for me. Because I don't remember where's the formula. Alright, I think this is good. Look, it matches almost exactly. Get some water. Okay, so I have some water. So you can use any paintbrushes. I like the synthetic ones, some old ones. And so I dip it in water. Paintbrush. Take one. So these are pretty bright, but because acrylic has a good coverage, I just paint over it. But if you're not using acrylic, you probably will need to make this white first. So put acrylic paint on top or gesso it. I just paint on top of it, and it's not uniform, like it has different glitter things, but it's okay because we'll find a spot where it's smooth later on. Let it dry a little bit and then put another coat so the red color doesn't come through. Yeah. The lighting is not very good today because it's raining the whole day. So hopefully the video will come out. But you get an idea. And I just stick it into this foam. Put another coat on the second one. Okay, so we're done with the head. I'm gonna let them dry. So for legs and arms, we're gonna use this fuzzy wire. I don't know what this is called. I call it fuzzy wire. But you can get this probably at Michael's. So I'm gonna figure out how big the legs and arms. So we'll probably want them this size. Let's cut it and look at it. So we're gonna hot glue the legs into the pine cone. This is good. And then bent the wire so it doesn't poke, and this becomes a leg. So you can see this is probably too short of a leg. I want it longer, so I'm going to make a longer leg. And it's okay, I have a lot of these. So. Alright, so bending like this to make a leg. Stick it in. Well, it's too long. And then I'm gonna unbend it and make it the same and cut the same size. Just play around on it to see where the legs go, but I mean it's not gonna be perfect, but yeah. So these are gonna be the legs. Now we need the arms. The arms will go around like this. So we're also gonna bend this part for the arm, and the arm will hold either a tree or candy cone. I don't know. Candy cane? Yeah, candy cane. That's what they're called. So here's the arm. I'm gonna approximate to like this. Bend. Bend here. So these are the arms. And if they're too long, we can shorten them later too. Yeah. So we're gonna do the same things for this pine cone. We're just gonna use these as measurements. This one actually came out a little bit shorter. Okay. I'm going to put it on this guy. This one, we're going to put it on a little bit better one. There we go. These are too long. And now we're gonna hot glue them in place. So we're gonna hot glue it. So my hot glue is ready, dripping. Gonna take out, shoving the hot glue in there. Oop. And then put the leg in. Put the hot glue in. Put the leg in. And then the way we're going to do the arms is put the glue on top. And then glue the arms on top. And be careful not to touch the glue because it's hot. Yeah, and then let it dry.